Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. How are you guys doing? I hope all of you are doing great. How's your summer going on, guys? It's almost over and finally winter is now approaching. How did you spend your summer? Me, I visited one of the famous landmark and palace in downtown Cairo during my summer vacation in Egypt. Some of the people call this House of Horror. So, let's dig in a bit to the bone-chilling past of Egypt's Baron Palace. Keep on watching! So guys, we're on our way to Baron Palace, one of Cairo's unique landmarks that has been known for its extraordinary and curious architecture. Baron Empain's Palace was built in 1906 to be the residence of the Belgian industrialist Edward Empain, who came to Egypt in 1904 to construct a railway line linking the lower Egyptian city of Mansoura to Matarea on the far side of the Lake Manzala. Baron Empain acquired the 6,000 acres of desert land, over which he intended to build his city with all the necessary infrastructures like water, drains, and electricity, hotel facilities such as the Palace Hotel and Heliopolis House, and recreational luxuries including a golf course, racetrack, and park. French architect Alexander Marcel built him the palace in the Avenue of Palaces in Heliopolis. Now it's Al Aruba Street. Being inspired by the Cambodian temple of Angkor Wat and the Hindu temple of Orissa. Marcel incorporated into the external design reproductions of a variety of human figures, statues of Indian dancers, elephants, snakes, Buddhas, Shivas, and Krishnas. Marcel's colleague George Louis Claude designed the interior and the decoration. Both architects were well known at the time, and they had already constructed the Oriental Pavilion attached to the Royal Palace of Laeken in Belgium. The palace consists of 2 floors and a small extension near the roof. Windows studded with small pieces of Belgian glass were specially created so as not to lose sight of the sun during the day. Construction was completed in 1911, and the palace was surrounded by a landscape garden adorned with ascending green terraces, which with its own set of marble statues and exotic vegetation. Baron Empain Palace is also called a Hindu palace in Cairo, Egypt. It may seem out of place and unusual in a predominantly non-Hindu city with rich ties to ancient culture, but the Baron Palace has become a recognizable feature of the Egyptian landscape. In the early 1900s, Baron Empain, a Belgian industrialist and a colonial entrepreneur, took on many projects in Cairo, including the settling and formation of Heliopolis, a desert suburb outside of Cairo. He called Heliopolis a city of luxury and leisure, in the midst of hotels, wide roadways, a golf course, and other grand amenities. The Baron commissioned the construction of his own personal palace. The Baron Palace was inspired by the Hindu temples of Orissa in India and Angkor Wat in Cambodia, which the Baron saw on his many travels. It is composed of reinforced concrete, one of the first major creative uses of such material. French architect Alexander Marcel designed the palace to have a rotating base in order to access the sunbeams at all hours of the day. Heliopolis is now an elite district of Cairo. As a result, Baron Palace has become a Cairo's landmark of curiosity, legend, and Egyptian history. The Egyptian government bought the palace in 2005. Having been abandoned for years, the palace was in need of refreshing makeover. For the 2014 Signify Cairo to Cape Town Roadshow, an annual event to raise awareness on sustainable healthcare and lighting solutions to enhance the quality of life in Africa, Signify Egypt and the Ministry of Culture chose the Baron Palace. Baron Empain's palace, with its Indian style and tower, stands out in the desert landscape, distinct from the rest of the city. The palace reflects the high status of its owner and marks a major milestone in the urban landscape of Heliopolis. Baron Empain's palace is the most prominent of monuments in the capital. Its unique and innovative image attracts crowds of pedestrians on the road. It was founded by Edward Louis Joseph Empain between 1907 and 1911. He was a Belgian businessman who was awarded the title Baron by the King of Belgium on account of his economic contributions. The French architect Alexander Marcel was tasked with building this masterpiece. So let's talk about some spooky tales and legends about the Baron Palace. The famed Heliopolis Palace was too extraordinary that it was inevitable for spooky tales and legends to surface. For many years, people told and believed various stories surrounding the Baron Palace to this very day. For instance, it was believed that the building's iconic tower had a base that rotated 360 degrees so that the Baron would be able to view Heliopolis. Others claimed that it rotated to follow the sun. It was also believed that there were secret tunnels from the palace leading to the basilica where Baron Empain was buried. The breathtaking spiral staircase the palace is well known for also had its share of stories. At first look, this fine marble Italy imported staircase and the other spiral wood one paired with this wonderful chandelier. You'd think about how much of a masterpiece this is? Well, it sure is. But it's also believed to be the very same reason that the life of Baron Empain's wife, Helena. Well, the staircase that leads to the rooftop is believed to be why Helena fell for her death. But that's not the only mysterious death story in the Baron Palace. There are spooky tales around the Baron's daughter named Mariam, who suffered from paralysis and psychological complications that resulted from her father's cold treatment. Mariam was found dead in the service elevator that connected the kitchen in the basement to the dining room. There were other rumors that Mariam had a secret affair with one of the servants, and this was nothing but a suicide attempt. Do you feel the goosebumps already? Well, I'm not done yet, so hold your breath. Rumor also has it that there was an enchanted room in the basement called the Pink Bedroom, where no one was allowed inside. It's believed that this was the room that led to the secret tunnel connecting the palace to the basilica. It's also said that when the Baron died, the mirror in this room turned red. No wonder why Heliopolis residents have always thought this palace was haunted. Now that you're probably intrigued enough to add this must-visit site to your itinerary, there are some important details you need to know. The Baron Palace is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. I personally recommend going early to avoid crowds and Cairo's blazing hot sun during summer. Entry tickets for Egyptians and other Arab visitors cost 60 Egyptian pounds for adults and 30 Egyptian pounds for students. Entry ticket for foreigners costs 120 Egyptian pounds for adults and 60 Egyptian pounds for students. For access to the palace rooftop and a panoramic view of Heliopolis, there's a separate fee. And also, to enter with a professional DSLR camera, you have to pay a separate fee as well. To go to Heliopolis, your best option is going straight away using one of the available ride-hailing apps. This is actually the best means of transportation around Cairo. It's the most practical and the safest. Available apps in Cairo are Uber, Careem, and SWVL or the minibuses. By the time you're done with your tour, you'll probably be starving and it's almost time for lunch. I'm assuming you do a Western lunchtime, much earlier than Egyptian lunchtime. Lucky for you, there are lots of great restaurants in Heliopolis. This would actually be a great chance for you to go on a walk around the neighborhood that Empain turned from sand to architectural masterpieces. I hope you enjoyed my video for today and learned another historical story about Egypt. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up, leave some comment down below, and tap the notification bell so that you're always updated every time I have new upload. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Life is so beautiful, guys. Keep smiling. Thank you for watching and see you on my next video. Bye!